Hello, everyone, and welcome to our panel, sponsored by Dream Tank in collaboration with YOUNGA and Bridging Gap Ventures. We are happy and pleased to have all of our panelists here today with us. We have Heidi from Dream Tank, Emma, one of our young entrepreneurs who owns a company called Coral, Jeff Hoffman, the global chairman of Dream Tank, Kelly Lovell, the CEO and founder of YOUNGA and Bridging the Gap Ventures. Summer Gould and myself will be moderating this panel with our esteemed guests and panelists. I would like to introduce you first to my co-host that I'm honored to be here with today. Summer is 15 years old and is a sophomore at Fairview High School. She was born in Manhattan, New York, and now lives in Boulder, Colorado. She loves art, film, music, and entrepreneurship. Summer is a key advisor to Dream Tank programs. She actually created a card game to learn and unleash big ideas related to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. She's also created a film company with her partner, Anya. Her company is called Story Architects. They include Kid Clinic YouTube shows, and under the mentorship of Dream Tank, help build out this organization. Summer has been interested in SDG 13 around climate action for a long time. She has made awareness films about this with her partner, and one of those films actually helped change a law in Colorado and had direct impact on their climate and environment. We hope that you are inspired today by this panel about all of the folks here to activate, support, and stand with our youth. I will now let each of our panelists give you a little bit more about their backgrounds and why they're all here today standing with you. We'll start with Heidi.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Jen. I am so excited to be joined by such an extraordinary group. I founded Dream Tank 4.5 years ago, along with Summer and also my son, Cody, with Ashley Kulik here in Boulder, who was a young leader. And we started it with the idea of what would happen if we unleashed the best imaginations in the world to solve the biggest problems. And it's been quite a journey. My background is in impact investing and social entrepreneurship. And I realized that in all the global forums and summits that the youth needed a voice. And so I have been facilitating youth innovation in global forums as well as Dream Tank facilitating accelerators, design thinking workshops, and now an online program. And that's, I brought Summer actually to the United Nations where she actually got to meet Kelly. So I'm excited for that story to come out, but I'll leave that for them. So thank you.
Thanks, Heidi. Emma, would you mind giving us a little background on you and your company?
Yeah, my name is Emma. I am 16 years old and I am from Boulder, Colorado. I am a high school junior, but I'm actually graduating a year early, so I'm a senior. I'm a junior and a half. And my company is called Coral. It is a sunscreen that is not only reef safe, but ocean beneficial and helps to reduce ocean acidification.
Thank you, Emma. Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hoffman. I am the global chairman of Dream Tank. I also chair the Global Entrepreneurship Network in about 180 countries. I'm a lifelong serial entrepreneur. I also started entrepreneuring when I was a teen, but I never knew that word. I was just independent and trying to save my single mother from having to take care of me when I needed a new pair of shoes or anything. So I would always find a way to make some money by doing something for someone somewhere, so I didn't have to bother my mom, who was already working 3 jobs. And that turned into a lifelong career as an entrepreneur. I've been part of a lot of companies like Priceline.com, Ubid.com, and other ones. And now I spend as much time as I can working with young people around the world to help them launch their ideas, which, by the way, is exactly how I met Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Kelly, we'll turn it over to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kelly. I really liken to Jeff. I didn't necessarily choose to be an entrepreneur when I first started out. I started in my first business at 19, but it really actually came through volunteerism. I was volunteering and kept creating these projects to help nonprofits to solve global challenges and mobilize young people. and really found a passion for our generation and the change that our generation is possible in achieving. I really believe youth are not leaders of tomorrow, we're leaders of today. What is missing is the pathways to know how to get started and implement and scale our ideas, which is, I think, what everyone on the panel here today shares, is this passion to create pathways to unlock imagination and solve the global big challenges. And so a little background on myself. My focus is on upskilling young people and creating pathways for youth to create, to solve those challenges with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And one big way we're doing that is through the YOUNGA Forum, which is a first of its kind global takeover of the United Nations to unite youth in solidarity with key decision makers around the world, to really understand that youth have a role in shaping the future and to give them access to the leadership, mentorship, and resources they need to make that happen.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you for being here. And I forgot to tell you who I am. So I'm Jen Bonine. I'm the CEO and founder of a AI company. And I'm here as an executive team member of Dream Tank and partnered with Jeff and Heidi and Summer and everyone on the Dream Tank team to help all of our youth and bring all of their brilliant ideas to light. So glad to be here with all of you, but let's get started with some of these questions. I know everyone's probably excited to hear your guys' perspective on some of the things that we polled some youth and got some questions. So these are things they want to know from all of you. So Kelly, we'll actually start with you if you don't mind. Why is it important for the world, especially now, to stand with youth?
I think it's important, particularly right now, to stand with youth. When you look at the state of the world, we're going through quite a large shift in transition. We're literally, the youth already had a lot of uncertainty in terms of their future. We already knew before COVID and everything that's happened that over 50% of young people were concerned that their skills would not be relevant by the time they graduated school, and that the fields of study they were in would not help them secure jobs. So we already knew there's a lot of uncertainty, but you add in what's happening now, and not only was there uncertainty before, now actually education, the only pathway that was actually somewhat stable where youth knew, I go to school, I graduate, I at least know that part of my life, even that has been uprooted. And so there's a lot of uncertainty and fear, and everything from our political and social systems are dismantling and being rebuilt. And in this time, it's a very important time for a couple of reasons. And this is a long answer, but I'm telling you why, because you need to understand background. For everyone out there, to just kind of give you a quick cold note version of where we're at right now. This is an important year for many reasons, not only for the pandemic and everything happening, but before that, it was already a special year. It is the start of the United Nations Decade of Action, which is 10 years left in achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which are essentially solving the world's global challenges like ending global hunger and poverty, gender equality, climate. These are big goals, and they're goals with a deadline. We need to achieve them in 10 years. So we're eradicating global poverty in 10 years. These are the types of goals that we have. So the countdown is on. And in addition to that, it is the 75th anniversary of the United Nations. For 75 years, the United Nations General Assembly, which is the YOUNGA, has been the largest town hall of today's leaders who come together to create decisions and action plans for our future. And in this moment, the Secretary General put out a call this year, and he wanted to create the world's largest, most inclusive dialogue on the future we want. And having worked with young people in my journey for so long, and really understanding and seeing that youth are truly solving challenges as we speak. Summer and Emma are perfect examples of this. They don't need to be graduated school before they can solve and address ocean pollution and raise awareness for some of these issues. And so I heard that you can't have the world's largest, most inclusive dialogue without involving the 2 billion young people under the age of 30 who will be living the consequences and outcomes of the decisions we make today.